Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I'm Bearded Dragon. We're going to be playing Soulframe today because they just shadow dropped an update. Because they love to do that. Um, yeah, so they shadow dropped basically 14.5, which is kind of the halfway point between now and P15. Um, they added the new weapon, the mace. They added the fact that you can now see people around the world trees. So you can actually like inspect them, you can invite them to your party if you wanted to, so on and so forth. It's pretty neat. Um, they also have added a bunch of world events that can pop up. They've added more enemies around the world that are on patrols and stuff. So it seems like they did a pretty decent job with a lot of it. I know a lot of people have been pretty annoyed with some of the stuff. Um, they kind of changed the way the prism virtues worked, and not a lot of people are too fond of it. Um, Basically, it allows you to free move your cursor to specifically target where you want to be for your stat allocation, basically. And it uses a currency that you can get as you play through the game that allows you to do that. So you can specify your loadouts a lot better than what you can with just the regular prisms. But the my biggest problem with that is if you're gonna do that, why not just leave it the way it was? So I'm kind of confused at why they decided to go into that specific direction with it, but it is what it is. But I'm excited because the new mace that they dropped is now going to drop with specific tempers on each time that drops. So you can basically get a weapon that will be something that you actually want. So I want to check it out and I want to see what we can find. I'm not 100% sure like how it actually drops, where it actually drops, or like if it's just from like the bannerets with the maces that you can get a potential drop from it. I'm pretty sure Sinecure Goth is one of the ones that you can get it from, so we'll probably go and fight her first thing right off the bat. But yeah, I'm curious as to see what kind of stuff they got going on and what kind of stuff we can do as we like run around the world. So yeah, we'll definitely be checking that out and see where we can go from there. But yeah, we'll jump right into it. First and foremost, thank you for joining Prelude's journey. Take heed, young soul. You are entering a primordial world with great tremors ahead. Some highlights of the update include Wield the Orst 3, our first mace craft worked and dropped wholly with unique tempers, granting a glimpse of new strengths to come. With an ancient triquetra, the virtue liths allow you to fine tune the balance between the virtues of grace, spirit, and courage, which is what I was talking about, the prisms. Betwixt new discoveries on the island of Midrath, envoys have much to discover in the verdant greens of Midrath. Don your rags or don your armor, envoys can now swim in Midrath's waters. Inventories now heed a new universal capacity to behold the envoy's equipment. Rebind your runes to a dedicated button, granting more accessible ways to empower your strikes in combat. So if you're playing mouse and keyboard, you have like a specific button bind now that you can do that with. They added a key binding thing for it, so you can actually change it in the key binding section of your settings. Foes will now be struck down with renewed vigor as they fall with a dramatic grace. We have to hear from you. We hope to hear from you what you love, what you don't, what intrigues, and what makes you sneeze. With love, D. So yeah, basically all the things I just said. Upgrades available. That's new. First and foremost, get my seed. Bumpers. So yeah, like I was saying, I don't know how many of these I actually have, but you can literally grab, well, I probably have to do it. I don't want to do it though. You could basically like move this around. And specifically, like if you want just a little bit more courage or you want just a little bit more grace than you do on this, on the Varus Assassin. Or like if you it doesn't even allow me to equip the prisms anymore. That's weird. Okay, so apparently they just got rid of the prisms, and now it's just this. So, I don't know how many of these I have, so I really don't want to mess with it. Okay, and now they have this red banner. Increased chance of smite when attacking down foes. Increased chance of smite. Increased chance of smite on perfect throws. What did I just click on? Is that the sword and shield? Yeah, we might do that. Okay, we're just gonna increase smite altogether. This is still full. This is still full. That one's still full. Okay, I got 3 more on the bow. Okay, so they switched it from great sword to now heavy. So we have heavy attacks instead of like being a two-handed weapon. Or just great swords, because that's pretty much all we had originally was just great swords as the big two-handed weapons besides your polearm. But polearm has its own tree. So the great swords as well as the new mace will be a heavy weapon now. Okay. And then I'm not 100% sure, but
coal.
okay. So I'm kind of curious as to what this symbol is supposed to mean, because this is definitely a three attunement. Okay, so that takes the grace completely off of it. Yeah, you see, there's still some weird stuff going on with this.
Quenched too soon.
See, I'm trying to figure out like what this symbol is supposed to mean. Does that mean it already has a joinery on it. Yeah, that must mean it already has a joinery on it. Because now it's showing that that's the joinery and it's on this. Okay, well, at least they kind of made that a thing. Anyway, I am in Birdie's bog at the moment. Waypoints are automatically tracked. Okay. Oh, they made the waypoint symbol different. Yeah, so this was not able to be completed the last time I played because of the fact that I had already beaten Goth. So now it looks like we can go and fight her.
Ancient roots from which you've grown, voicing seed, take us home.
I will not be playing super late today because I do have plans to go over to my buddy's house and hang out. I've been playing so many other games, I gotta get used to the controls again. Oh, that's cool. They added arrows onto the flags when you put them on the... Yeah, they added arrows onto Rejoice, storekeep, for our banneret's arrival is imminent. You shall have the honor of preparing your finest ale for their enjoyment, to be sent at once. Location has been marked on your map. Interesting. Is that? That's kind of neat. Not gonna lie. You can just find random stuff like that. Alright, why does it keep popping that up? Lotus language menu notification, hot fix time left. Are they doing hot fixes in the middle of the game? Sorry. One of the other games I was playing, the RB button is the dodge. And I keep hitting it. Because I'm trying to move. God, I hate those little fuckers sometimes. Bro. Quit it. A weapon acquired. Worst 3. Yeah, I do think it's going to be kind of cool if they do this with, like, all the weapons. So let's go back and see what we got. Deployment complete. Restart to receive update. Okay, so they did do a patch. Alright, there's the Orst 3. So I got Galvanic Strike, adds a voltaic damage to weapons, staggering enemies in an area of effect. Hi Krista, thanks for chopping in, I appreciate you. And then increased throw speed. Interesting. And they are planning on doing this with all of the weapons at some point. I think that's probably part of Preludes 15. And they're actually going to be figuring out, like, you can see Forged, Dolag, 925, Namhain, 925, Dolag, Morda, 926. So, like, they actually can tell when you made the weapon. Like, these 926 is obviously this year, 925 was last year. So the fact that they know when you got the weapon, so the people that have been playing longer, if they've got a bunch of weapons that they had crafted already, they will get a more unique temper on the weapons when they implement them. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, I don't know how much of, like, some cool tempers I'm gonna get, because I didn't oh, okay, and then the level up at the top now is different too. It actually shows how much experience you have towards it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so let me put that back on. I do want to... They did do a lot of updates to the Ode Tempest, so I think I'm going to throw the Ode Tempest on. I haven't actually, like, done anything with my color scheme or anything like that on this armor recently. So I think what I'm going to do is... I think I am going to build more towards... Okay, that's pretty interesting. So it actually, like, still adds the bonuses, which is pretty cool. Oh, okay, so it's only one of the prism every time you do it. So that's not bad. I don't know, maybe we should just go, like... I mean, that's not horrible. I don't know. I don't like doing just, like, full-on... Okay, so... Let's confirm that. We'll do some different armor. I can't even remember which ones are actually, like... I mean, obviously the Bromius and the Circade are straight. Okay, so the Thaw-Tide armor is actually straight courage. At least that helmet is. Interesting. But the Thaw-Tide armor itself is grace and courage. But I don't know, maybe we want to go just full on... Oh wow, that helmet's actually better. No, never mind. It does give us more magic defense, but it doesn't actually change our thing at all. Yeah, so you basically, I have 40 of these now that I can use to rebalance if I wanted to. And I mean, realistically, I have the one that does all of them, so I could just go straight. Where's the courage one? Yeah, this one. Just go straight courage. That gives me shithouse. Sorry, old bowling term. And then we can equip the big boy. Oh, they made that freaking grace in courage now? That used to be just a straight grace weapon, or straight courage weapon. I think we'll just do the Feyblades. And then I do have this thing. Oh, that's freaking weird. Maybe I was doing a Grace Spirit build for the thing when I was doing it. On the ground with meteoric force, dealing additional voltaic damage on downed enemies. Let me reset this. Latch onto your target with Sin Silk Thread, fly forth and strike to deal additional voltaic damage. I have to at least put one in healer, one in rooted, one in wingspan. Then we'll go full on in Mora. on each of those. Let's do an upgrade on that. I do want to do full upgrades on that, because if this weapon does what I think it's going to do, it's just going to send the enemies flying when I hit them. So we definitely want that upgraded. Then we can do 3 here. Regain health on Pulse Smite, or I can increase regain life more efficiency. Or I can increase my defense against stagger. Let's do that. Alrighty. So now we are at 36 courage, 8 spirit, and 6 grace. Yes, yes, I know. It's just going to keep bugging me. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so now, apparently with the tempering, weapons can actually have the specific damage types on them. That's freaking cool. I like that.
Next up, a morsel, a snack.
Alright, color and stitch garb. So since, oh no, that's too bright. Or too much at once. Since we are kind of going with this voltaic, maybe a lighter blue there. I don't see that changing any. Oh, it's like a little streak going on the armor. Yeah, so they're like the little cracks and stuff like that. So maybe that is way too dark. Oh my god. Maybe something like that, and then maybe do like a light blue. Okay, that's kind of cool. And then we'll do this blue as that. What's this gonna change?
We could just eat you up.
Okay, that changes the straps on the back. Yeah, we'll do that. Darker blue. Should we just keep that? Actually, I like that one better. Why are you not turning? Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Alright, and then yeah, I'm not really sure. How do I not have that one as a be stitching yet? Kind of want to go with like some kind of like armored look. But I really don't like the way this looks. And I don't want to just do like all one thing. I do like the cape on that. I know. Stop. Nope. Too much. Too much. Come on. Thank you. I mean, this kind of has like a... kind of like a gladiatorial vibe, I guess. Pretty sure this is what I made my tethering look like. That's why I'm like not trying to do it, but it does look good. I mean, I kind of want to go with like a metal look, but at the same time, like... screw it. Do that. Okay. And then we need to change this. Blue. I don't know what the black is.
The
Okay,
puppets
so that's
approve.
that. So we can change that to that color. Okay, that's the outer part of the cape. Jesus Christ. Maybe do that black, and then pretty sure that's the metal, so we'll do that. Kind of the same. Okay, see, that's too dark, but this isn't as dark as the arm. That's annoying. That, so we'll do that white as well, and we'll do that. Is it that color that I was going with? Oh my god. They already updated NTE? Nice. I don't think that does anything. I don't think that does anything either. I'm pretty sure that's just the fabric on the inside of the helmet, so I'll just do that like that. You saved your pulls and from past night to do today? From last night? Autocorrect is wilding out. And it just booted me out. Fuckers. Yo, autocorrect is wilding out. I got it. So they updated it, like, with the new banner? Yeah, I thought it was tomorrow, too. Oh, shit. Like, literally at 4:30 right now. Alright, I'm gonna have to check it out, but they shadow dropped an update on Soulframe that brought out a new weapon with tempered affixes and shit on it, so I gotta check this out first. I'll have to hop on later tonight after I'm done streaming. Just to check it out. I got sidetracked putting in my password. I don't remember what I clicked. Alright, we're back in. I think I was done updating my stuff, so. Yeah, they did do the... Dang it. That thing that I was gonna go do disappeared. The little note that I found. Yeah, dude, for real, like, I was sitting here watching a video on my computer and a Discord notification popped up saying that they were doing a live stream. And I was like, oh, okay, what are they doing? Because it's like the Envoy hour doesn't start till 3 our time. And this was at like 1 o'clock. So I was like, okay, you know, jumped in. They were like, you know, 14.5 update for, you know, the midway point until update 15 is coming out. And they're, you know, adding the new mace and all this other stuff, which is this big guy. And they like added a new mace, added a bunch of like interactions around the world and stuff. Like you can actually go to the world trees now and see the other players that are around that world tree. So I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, like I was like, oh shit, okay, gonna have to hop into some Soulframe. But yeah, there's like a bunch of new like open world stuff that they added. So like there's little events and stuff that'll now pop up periodically. Like I beat an enemy that had a scroll on his back and like picked up this note for a delivery of wine to a certain freaking person, and like it put a marker on the map of a sinecure that I had to go fight. I was like, what the fuck? And now I'm upset because it went away because it kicked me out of the game because of the freaking hotfix. And I didn't even get a chance. I didn't put any of my I was messing with my look because I want to try to do like this cool voltaic look. Kind of like a armored gladiator or something, but I don't know if I'm hitting it on the head or completely missing. But I also didn't get a chance to like put yeah, so they have these temperaments on them now, which, you know, this one has Galvanic Strike, which adds voltaic damage to the weapon, staggering enemies in an area of effect once hit. Which I was like, okay. And then I also have Fleet Fling, which increases my throw speed of the weapon, which is pretty interesting. But I didn't get a chance to put any of my stuff on, so I'm gonna try Tree Fell because I feel like that's gonna be absolutely broken on this freaking weapon. The heavy attack of this weapon is like a double swing attack. Like it literally, you know, spins. So with Tree Fell, I have a feeling. No, don't sell it. With Tree Fell, I have a feeling I'm going to be literally spinning to win. And I want to try it out. Because it seems like it could be extremely broken. Stagger against... Or defense against stagger. Physical armor. Magic armor. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now we got some freaking defense going. And actually, I think I'm going to... how do I... How do I lift my visor on my helmet? Do I have to actually equip that helmet in order to be able to lift the visor? Yes, open helmet. There we go. And I had that one equipped. So my only problem with this armor is how much of the neck is exposed. But it doesn't look horrible. Not with that helmet, anyway. Since they did a hotfix, does that mean that I can go fight the Banneret again and try to get a better version of this weapon? Because it can, I think it can drop with up to 4 different tempers on it. Like, 4 complete different things. I don't know how many variations they have, but I'm pretty sure during the Envoy Hour, DE Sam had one that had 4 different tempers on it, so I'm kind of curious. Because I only got one with 2. See if because of the hotfix, if she pops back up. If not, I'm going to have to wait. No, there's enemies there, but not Goth. Okay. But yeah, it seems like they added a lot of like pretty decent stuff in this update. They got rid of the prisms for the virtues. So you basically just have to like move the cursor around to try to get where you want to be now. It's interesting. Yeah, let's see if we can find him. Yeah, look at all kinds of people are here. That guy's kind of got a cool little outfit going. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, is I'm not 100% sure like what other kind of enemies will actually drop this mace. But I feel like if we go to... If we go to, like, say, one of these organs, the sinecure that comes out of the door when we do the organ has a mace as well, so maybe he'll drop it. We could always hope. Because I would like to get a better version of it if I could. This one only has 2 tempers on it, so I'm kind of like, meh about it. But I just want to see... Oh yeah. It's a beefy honker. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, that's broken. Yeah, that's cool as shit. That heavy attack. Damn, it's got really good smite chance on it, too. See, that's going to be the other thing, too, though, is like if you start leveling one of them up, and then you pick up a better one, now you got to level that one all the way up to 30. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of crazy. You're almost like not going to want to start leveling it up until you find the one that you really want to use. And hopefully they'll come out with like some kind of way that you can change the tempering on an item or even add it so that you can like, obviously you don't want it to be like too easy to get because you don't want to just be able to fully temper a weapon every single time. But it would be nice to be able to like change at least 1 or 2 of the tempers on a weapon after you get it, or even be able to add a temper. I love the feel of it, though. It's very weighty feeling, which I love. They definitely did a really good job at, like, making it feel heavy when you're swinging and attacking with it, so. Like this, I love how he slams on the ground and then walks forward to pick it back up and do damage again. That's neat. I like that a lot. Lip itches.
No cure for what ails you. Kill it! The healing breath of life.
What are you ewing? All the sludge that the animals are in? Or the fact that my lip itches?
My organ! Hear her cry!
Both? Yeah, that's what the Ode do to this freaking place, man. Alka is not safe with the Ode around because they turn everything into sludge. Oh, this thing does some massive stagger damage too. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, they changed the way that kind of moves too. Nice. Yeah, dude, I am literally just beating him to the ground. This thing does insane amounts of freaking stagger damage. Excuse you. Yeah, that's too much fun. That should be the last one. Oop.
She cannot breathe. Open.
She cannot breathe.
Door.
Alright, spin to win, you ready? That would be a little jackass. Yeah, this thing staggers the shit out of them, dude.
Fresh fries, Leighton. Need I come down?
Nope.
Suggest
Level up on my horse.
myself?
Oh my god, will you focus on the thing, please? Why are you not hitting it? Thank you. Yeah, this thing's a beast. There's like 2 new bars underneath my skills. Wonder what that's all about. I didn't get one of the maces from the enemy, but we're definitely leveling it up, that's for sure. There's something glowing over there. Definitely need some more stagger damage resistance, that's for sure. What is this? Mr. Camel, why are you out here? Orison of the Master. Experience gains increased. Orison of the Hoof. Kick staggers more. Orison of the Paragon. Virtues increased. I mean, experience gain increase. Thank you. 1380 minutes. That's a really long time for a bonus. I mean, I'm fine with it. Okay, so yeah, we just need to kind of go around and beat enemies, I guess, to see what exactly drops these things. Because I know Goth definitely does. Because he's one of the ones that has that mace, but I'm wondering if, like, if we run across ones that use that mace in the open, if we have a chance for it to drop from them as well. Yeah, people who sit there and block my attacks now don't have a chance. Oh yeah, let's check out the swimming. Yay! I mean, it would definitely take a little while to get somewhere doing this, but that's freaking cool. Hopefully they'll add like a swimming dash or something like that, make you move a little faster. Auto catch. Oh, I know. Let's go to the world tree. See what kind of missions we got. Nope. Cross the river. To waste a wraith. Defeat Wraith of the Wastes. Yeah, like, do these guys have a chance to drop it? You little shitbag. Looks like it. I think that's one. Nice. Yeah, this thing smacks. Like, hard. Right, let's just go look at the other one real quick. I know we still got stuff to do, but... Okay, this one has Swooning Blow, increased stagger while attacking, and Bounding Sweep, increased damage and stagger while sprinting. Okay, so my sprint attacks do more stagger and damage, as well as I just do increased stagger damage, which is kind of freaking insane. Oh, and this one's level 9. This one's level 8 already. That's pretty cool. So maybe the more you level it up, the higher level the ones that you drop will be, so you don't have to level them up as much. Because that would be nice. Yeah, so basically if I'm sprinting and I attack, that's going to do more stagger and damage than if I'm just doing a normal attack. What were my... Clear Sinecure camp or keep the mendicants from spreading their sludge? I have a feeling the one over there is the mendicants. Nope, this is the mendicants. Okay. Alrighty. Destroy the Ode Moaners. Yeah, you see how they have like an arrow now so you know if you need to go down or not? Ooh, the Vanguard bear? Heck yeah, fight me some bear. Oh, just straight up stagger locking him, dude. Can you stupid slime fuckers mind your own business and stop shooting needles at me while I'm in a fucking cutscene? Pain in the ass. Okay, Morrow's Bane. Well, that was good, though. At least I got a freaking smite pull on him so that I can get part of it into the journal. I'm really confused, though. Like, I don't know why it's not letting me do my runes. Even though I know for a fact I got a smite off on that. Like, it's not activating. And it's not showing me that I have runes. It's really weird. Wait. Okay. Yeah, defeat him. Okay. I was like, I just want to make sure I was on the right mission because I don't want to fucking end up. Always trying to hit me when I'm in the middle of freaking fighting something, bro. Such a dick. I knew this was going to be the issue I was going to have with him, is the fact that I can't freaking hit him because he's always floating away from me. Dude. I'm being a douche nozzle. Yeah, it is still super slow. Okay. Thank you. What is coming after me? What do I keep hearing? Oh, no, nice. I don't know where it's telling me to go.
Come over here. I've a sinner's tale that'll curdle your cocoa.
Still the pillager, slay the banneret. Is that having me go into the Undercity? Yeah. It didn't say that. It just said slay the banneret. Sorry. Maybe it'll be a banneret that we can Oh, you know what it is? I switched weapons and never equipped my freaking runes. That's why I don't have anything. That's why my shit's not casting. Because I'm a dumbass. Which one's the one that does stagger? There we go. Perfect throws have a, we'll just do. Yeah, that's the only annoying part about the way they have this is if you pick up a better version and equip it, then it doesn't, you have to re-equip all the runes and stuff. They gave you a sprouted rule within some. I can't fucking. It wouldn't let me move. Okay, so. Yeah. So that's kind of neat. Is they kind of when they drop those little notes, they have these guys that you can go and fight. Which is kind of cool. I like it. Gives you something to do when you're running around. Now, hopefully going into the Undercity won't make it so that that disappears, because that will be really good. He didn't drop one either. That's new. Interesting. I didn't want you. I missed the good note. Damn it. Well, let's see who flinches first, jerk. I'm hoping we can get that one too at some point, because that's a freaking cool mace. What the fuck was that? Oh. Freaked me out there, buddy. Oh, so I didn't actually have to go into the Undercity. Neat. Damn, what's with all the bones? Someone just said in chat, P15 is going to be sick. Yes. Yes, it is. Not my chat, the game chat. Yeah, they've been doing so much with these updates, dude. This year has been a great year for Soulframe. What the shit was that? Thank you. Hello, Mr. Chest. Okay, so is this guy in the glades? I'm pretty sure that guy that I just killed was the guy they wanted me to kill. Where the fuck did you guys just come from? See, like, that's a one-handed mace that guy was just swinging. I want that mace. This thing's fine and everything, but I like the look of that other one. Big old spiky ball and shit. I guess those boss fights at the end of the dungeons don't really happen when your job is to fight a banneret in the thing. Fell the mighty. Let me fight all the bannerets. Every last one of them. So, apparently gotta go talk to the Avocot. People are talking about farming Comer's Rest, which I don't even know what that is.
Big
There you
legs.
are. I was like, where the heck you at, bro?
Oi, leg. You ain't shit, bro. I got a bigger weapon than you do now. Can you stop running around the rock and come fight me? Kick me. How dare you kick me? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I have my little grapple tether thing. Oh yeah. Oh, did you not get your healy off?
thing just feels so satisfying.
Bounty's in, Legion.
Bounty's in, Legion.
Our blood sport begins.
Good. Let each loss weaken Synod's claim over these lands. Our
It
lands.
should, yes. The satisfying thumper. Bro. Like, literally, I smash you into 1,000 pieces. Stop shooting at me. What's the matter? Did you see all your dead friends? Want to join them? Alright, where's my bro at? Outside the town. Wallaba. Oh, that had to hurt. Brings a whole new definition to hit them while they're down. I swear to God, you archers are so fucking annoying. Dude, where the fuck did this guy go? There you are, you little shit. freaking asshats. I don't know where they were all coming from. Like, I swear to God, I killed like 10 or 15 archers just in that freaking instance. Like, you kill 2 and 2 more show up. What's going on, hero mate? Appreciate you hopping in. They shadow dropped an update. We have the Ost 3 now as a new heavy weapon. This is the greatest thing, though. The heavy attack. Fire. Just watching streams and RuneScaping? Well, I'm glad you jumped in, because I'm not going to be on much longer. I appreciate you hopping in, though. Clan's at 63 people now with 26 of them being on Discord. Dang, dude. You got a heck of a following. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty freaking good. So I'm also curious as to whether or not being in Koga may drop ones with better better temperings on it. Because normally if you're in Koga, you're always getting like way more stuff than when you're normal. So that's something we'll have to test out some other time, because I've already been streaming, I think, for almost 2 hours. Yeah, hour and 46 minutes. So I'm gonna be hopping off here in a little bit. We'll just kind of go around and see what else we can find, because I haven't had any of those new events pop up yet either, which I'm kind of sad about. with the weird things that fall from the sky. It's not telling you when I'm going live? Well, that's annoying. Do you have your Twitch notifications on? I mean, I'm sure you do. Yeah, that's super weird. Krista said she had a problem with that the other day too. It's like I'm shadow banned. Yeah, I don't know. She said she had an issue with it one day, but said it popped up the next day. It's super weird. I'm sorry you're having that issue. I don't know what to do to fix that. I don't think there's anything I can do. I think it's just Twitch being Twitch. I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong. Hopefully. Yeah, I know. Stop shooting me. I really do hate the archers in this game, man. They're such a pain in the ass. What happened? Hello? Bye-bye. I really need to go and spend some of those on getting more standings for my factions, but that means I have to actually buy stuff in the shop, and there's really nothing that I want to buy or need to buy. So I'm just kind of always getting that dunk-dunk sound every time I go to pick up something because it's maxed out. Okay. I'll see you later, you mate. I'm sorry you lost your streak the last time. Hopefully it'll fix itself. I appreciate you. See if we can hit this guy. No. Not with this heavy ass weapon. Headshot. Nope. Nope. You're gonna die first. And then you. Oh. Alright, fine. Fuck away. Yeah, you definitely need like a high physical armor stat if you're going to use this weapon, because it's definitely definitely slow and you're going to get hit. Boom, son. I even have the attack speed bonus on it, and it's still slow. Very. I mean, what it makes up for, or what it lacks in speed, it makes up for in power. Which is the way it should be. Oh, I got another Alpha's Breath rune. Yeah, they really did make the enemies way more densely packed in the world. It's like they're just all over the place. Always on the, yeah, look, always on the road. There's a lot more of them in the camps. What happened? Yeah, you see, I want that mace. I don't even know where I am. Way out in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Ancient roots from which you've grown, voicing seed, take us home.
You're still getting the notifications, Krista? Good. Yeah, I find that kind of weird that it's been doing that periodically, because I know for a fact you had an issue with not getting my notifications at one point. Ooh, what is this? Laid to rest? My manner, the locus of my dignity, has been reduced to naught but ash. Lay the spirits responsible to rest for my lad's sake. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's like little mini side quests. Slay the spirits haunting the lodge. Interesting. I'm down. Let's do it. Oh. All right. Now I have to investigate the lodge. Can I play the guitar, please? I need to be able to play the guitar. Even in Pa's passing, the spirit's rage endures. Pa cared not for funeral rites, but I've buried him just the same. I fear it was he who drew our ancestors' ire. I am sure but a single hymn rose upon Gramps' grave would set both spirits to a peaceful rest. I shall travel to the twilight woods and make right these transgressions. Interesting. Okay, I have Hinrose. Find the crypt within the twilight woods. Ooh, Orengal. What's up, Orengal? What are you up to? Oh, you're looking dapper. Look at all your ornaments and stuff, man.
Till the next hunt. Take
Yeah,
care.
we did get
envoy.
experience gain the last time,
Blessed
so
you be
let's
the prey.
do virtues increased. Excuse me. Okay, that is not the crypt, but that is definitely an entrance into the circade, which is interesting. Oh, okay, so it is bringing me to the crypt entrance. Oh, nice. I got another one from him. Heck yeah. Maybe because this one was in a higher level area, maybe it'll have more tempers on it. Maybe. Okay, so I don't know if I technically have to go down into the crypt because it was just showing like, oh, here we go. Such a simple rite this was to be, I had been told, yet as I placed the hymn rose near Gramps, the spirits appeared from the earth to assail me once more. Had I the wrong grave? Why must they all look so similar? Before his passing, Pa told me Gramps lay by twin coiled trees marked blue, yet such a tree I saw not. Interesting. Okay, now is it telling me I need to go down into the crypt? Complete the rite. Okay. Okay, cool. That was pretty neat. I liked that. I liked that a lot. Alright, let's go take a look at that new one that we just found. Alright. Okay, so that's got the Fleet Fling and the Galvanizing Strike on it, just like the other one did. And I'm still only getting them with 2 on it, which kind of sucks, but I don't know. We'll try fighting Sinecure Goth in Koga next time we jump on and see if that makes a difference at what tempers I get or how many tempers I get. Yeah, because this one's pretty much the same exact thing as that one. They're just backwards. And this one has the increased staggering while attacking and increased dodge, damage, and stagger while sprinting. So I kind of like that one better. The stagger's nice. So we can... That's the other thing I was curious about is... Do I have to, like, sell them?
I know.
Oh, wait.
More wish that
Selling, I
could.
think, is the weapon rack, right? Nope. Okay, so yeah, whenever you find a new one,
it's a level under what you already have, which is kind of cool because I had one at level 9, this one was level 8. And then I have one at level 20, this one's level 19. So at least you don't have to like sit there and literally level it up to all the way from 0 to 30 every single time you find a new one. Once you have a weapon at level 30, it looks like you basically just have to like level it up one more time to get it to level 30, which is kind of cool how they did it that way. I like it. But now I need to figure out how I can sell these. Is it the camel? Hello, Bunny. Hi, Bunny. Because it used to be the weapon rack, but yes, okay, so it's sell here. Okay, that's the level 19, that's the level 9, so yeah, let's sell that one. Sell that one. I wish it told me how much inventory space I have. Unless it does. Okay, so loadout capacity, and then it's just increases storage capacity by 50. That's cool. And I think the one... They might be, and that's the thing, is I don't know. It might have, like, I don't know if there was like an update to Twitch on the app or something like that, and it just reverted. Sometimes it does that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is some people do sometimes, and then, like I said, Katya was having an issue with hers, too. Like, she was getting them, and then all of a sudden, one day, like, she didn't jump in until right before my stream ended, kind of like he did, because it never sent her a notification that my stream started. But it only happened, like, one day, and then it went back to what it was doing, so I don't know. I kind of feel sorry for him, though. Like, that sucks, man. He lost, like, a 20-something freaking stream streak because of it. Okay, I kind of want to do this just to see. Okay, so I think that's how many I have not used, maybe. Yeah, the only thing that I'm really irritated with this account is the fact that I accidentally sold my thistle, which the thistle bow you can only get from completing a quest. So it kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Because now I don't have that bow, and I wish I did still. But I was trying to make room for new stuff, and I ended up selling it, and then I didn't realize until after the fact that that was the quest that I got from doing or that was the weapon that I got from doing the quest. But I'm hoping, like I said earlier, I'm really hoping that they
Continue after.
do like another thing on here or make it part of the reforging that you can actually like add tempers or change the tempered thing on an item. At least one, you know what I mean? Because I mean, realistically, I could probably just like make a crap ton of weapons once the new Preludes patch comes out that introduces that to all your weapons, and I could just craft a crap ton of them, and you know, see what that does about getting tempers. And I don't know, maybe they could do something like something kind of like what Diablo does, where like once you unlock a temper, then you can use that temper to put on another one. You know, even if they do like a dismantle or something like that and allow you to break down the weapons that have the tempers on them, and once you break it down, it takes that temper that you don't have and puts it into your library or codex, and allows you to be able to put it on other weapons. Which would be pretty freaking cool, to be honest. Like, I would absolutely love that. Because the fact that I've gotten 3 of these now, and 2 of them had the same exact tempers on them, and the other one had 2 different tempers, but I've only ever seen one with 2 tempers on it. When we were watching the stream for Envoy Hour, the first one that DE Sam got had 4 tempers. So I know it can drop with more than 2 tempers. If I didn't see that, I probably would be like, oh, maybe it only drops with 2 different tempers on it. But no, I saw him drop one with 3 or 4. And even DE Sarah got one with 3 on it. So it's like, I know they drop with more than that. And that was their first ones that they got. So it's like, why did the 3 that I've gotten so far? You know what I mean? Oh, actually, somebody's talking about it in chat right now. Hold on. Oregon doesn't keep scaling up. I just got my first 3 tempered. Do you get more in Koga? You can use Koga on Oregon. The fact that you see other players around the world trees. Is the mockery grab broken for y'all also? I can't spam to escape. Yeah, that's the mockery grab is a timed. You have to hit it like as it's going in, not just sit there and spam it anymore. So that is a thing. Mockery grab broken for y'all also. I just gotta accept the hugs. Oregon enemies have such a big aggro range, you can run away from it and it won't cancel Koga. Koga giving better drops. If you look at the craft word, there should be 3 tiers. Military, then officer, then one more I heard earlier, but I can't remember. It's time button input now, not spam. Sovereign. Stock, military, officer, sovereign, and legendary. I forgot one. Yeah, military, officer, and sovereign are the tiers of the weapons that you can get, and I guess military is the one that I have. Officer has 3, and then sovereign has 4. And then he says, oh, there's legendary. Interesting. So I don't know. There are many tiers, and in P15 they will be adding the top legendary tier, which requires crafting. So we are getting depth to weapons. They will add the, I don't know, the rat tier, which is weapons with 7 tempers. About as much depth as Borderlands guns. I trust they should have brought back the little moat sprites for the tempering. Yeah, so apparently they're planning on doing like a lot with this weapon tempering system. And apparently they are planning on doing some kind of tempering, like crafting thing. And they did say that. They said that the like highest tier weapon that you can get would be still having to be crafted by getting like the shards that you would normally get from like enemies, but enemies themselves will also be just dropping straight up weapons now. Not now. Obviously, the only one that they have implemented right now is the Odst. I don't remember how to say it. But yeah, they are planning on doing like a lot with this tempering system to make each weapon more viable and to make each weapon more unique compared to all the other ones. So it is going to be extremely cool. There's not going to be so much crafting and waiting when it comes, to basically like just wandering the world and stuff like that, which is also one of the reasons why I'm really tempted to reset my account when 1.0 comes out, because I kind of want to play through and see all these different unique things and stuff, especially because every single weapon that I have right now is all from crafting. So it's like every weapon I pick up, I'm gonna be like, oh, is that better than the one I have? Is that better than the one I have? Is that better than the one I have? It's gonna be like a big circle of continuously looking at all the different weapons and stuff that I have. So I don't know. I'm kind of like really on the fence about it because I don't want to lose all my progress and all my mats and materials and everything like that that I've spent so much time getting, because I know for a fact that I have like 400 hours into this game at this point. And I don't want to lose all that progress, but at the same time I want to experience the game from the start how they want it to be. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm having a real hard issue because it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to lose all my progress, but at the same time I want to experience the game fully the way they expect it or the way they wanted it to be experienced. So yeah, it's gonna be like a looter shooter now. It really is. Like they're turning it into a looter because it's going to be, farming that specific weapon in order to get it with the tempers that you want on it. So it is very much going to be kind of like a looter, kind of like Diablo, or not Diablo, Borderlands, where you're going to be fighting enemies, getting those weapon drops and stuff like that. So well, that's the other thing that they said about early access. They said, they have timestamps now on the weapons that you have crafted already. And the longer you had the weapon, the better they're going to make the weapon when they put the patch implements in. Because all the weapons that we have already, they are going to put tempers on them when the whole tempering system drops. So, like, somebody that was at the beginning, like during Preludes 1 or 2, is going to have way better tempers and way higher grade weapons than somebody that just started yesterday. You know what I mean? And I have a bunch of weapons that I have from early last year when I first started playing. So I don't know how good those are going to be in comparison to some of the ones that I can get now because it's only a year, but at the same time, like, I should be getting at least some pretty decent, officer and sovereign weapons. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is like, if I reset my account, do I keep all my cosmetic stuff that I've already unlocked? So that's kind of where I'm at too, is like they haven't really said anything about what it's going to be like when you reset your account. They just said that they will give you the option when the game comes full circle to be able to reset your account if you want to. but like, Thaw Tide event, the whatever the Halloween event was called. Like, I have all 3 of the masks from the Halloween event. I have both the weapons and the armor set from the Thaw Tide event for Christmas. Like, I don't want to lose all that stuff. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of companies will, like, reset servers. I know when I first played Towerborn, they reset the server when they did the first, like, skill tree overhaul, and then when 1.0 came out, they reset it again. So, like, you have to play through it again, which I didn't mind with that game, because that game actually, like, they added a shit ton of story aspects to the game, as well as they took the entirety of, like, how the map worked completely out. So, like, it was a lot more free roam. There was only, like, certain areas that you go to do battles, instead of having to complete every single hexagonal node to be able to get to the next area. So I loved the way they did it. I loved how they implemented how they did it, all that other stuff. And I had absolutely no problem going back through that game and playing it, because it was a completely different experience than what I experienced in early access. So when companies do stuff like that, I am all for it. And even when I went back and played, well, let me switch my camera over since I've been talking so much. Even when I went back and played this game on a new profile and played through the beginning of the game, they had already changed a lot of that to begin with. So it's like, when they're going to release in 1.0, I guarantee you a bunch more stuff is going to be changed. Maybe not completely story-wise, but there's going to be a lot of stuff. And, like, the biggest problem that I have now is I've been playing the game for so long that I'm, like, overpowered when it comes to doing a lot of the content. So it takes some of the fun out of it, but not entirely. I'm still having a lot of fun with the game because I love the game, but it does kind of take a little bit of the joy out of completing some of this stuff, because I'm just kicking the shit out of it half the time. So, and that's where I'm at with that, is I want to start over, but at the same time I don't want to start over. So it's like I'm really twisting myself in a knot about it, because I do want to experience the full brunt of the game as a whole once it is completely cooked and ready to go. But at the same time, like, I don't want to lose all my progress. So if they're going to come out with, like, some kind of thing where they're like, if you reset, you're going to keep all your event items that you can craft. Like, you would still need to gather the materials and stuff like that to be able to craft them. But at least if I still had the blueprint, you know what I mean? Like, give me the masks without having to find the shards for it. Give me all that kind of stuff so that I can, once I get the materials, I can remake them. Or, however they're going to do it in the future. Like, gift me one as far as I'm concerned. I don't care, but I need some kind of assurance that I'm going to be compensated for the time that I've put into the game up to this point. So it depends on the game, really. Like, I don't know. The way DE does this, I absolutely love it. I love the fact that they're giving us the option to be able to play this kind of game ahead of time, just to kind of help move it along and everything like that. There's a couple games that I absolutely love playing, even in early access, because it gives you a chance to kind of see what the game is like, help with the building of the game. like Towerborn, for example. Like I just mentioned that they put a lot of detail and a lot of story and a lot of stuff like that into the game, but they held back a lot of it for 1.0. So once 1.0 dropped, there was like crazy cutscenes that I never saw before. There was enemies that I've never seen before, parts of the story that they just kind of threw in between parts of the other story that you played. Like, it was really cool. Like, they did a very good job dropping that game and dropping the content so that even after you played it in early access, it felt like a whole new experience. So when devs companies care about the game enough to do stuff like that, I absolutely would play early access over having multiple betas. Now, when it comes to that, the betas for games like Diablo or, like Overwatch games where they're like combat and PvP heavy, that works for games like that. It it's kind of how that works with games like that. So I mean, like, I have no problem with those having betas and having pre-orders and stuff like that. Games like Borderlands wouldn't really work in early access because those games are based on the story and based on the loot that you drop and everything like that. So like, it would kind of make no sense if they had that game come out in early access and like people played it and were like, okay, well, there's like no story. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird, but at the same time, like, it really depends on the game. Yeah, so NTE, they had multiple betas that had like sections of like, they had specific roster you can use. They had, a portion of the map unlocked. That works for games like that as well. So, I mean, I guess it would really depend on the game and how I would feel about it. But like, honestly, like, if yeah, I don't think an early access would have really worked for NTE either, because of the fact that it's kind of a gotcha game, and that's how you get the characters and stuff. And I'd kind of be a little upset if they wiped my game before the game came out fully. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a hard question to answer there, Bucky. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, it is a very grindy game. Like, it's definitely Warframe's grind level when it comes to a lot of the stuff. But that's also the cool thing, is like, now that they've implemented this interesting weapon system, it's kind of not really like Warframe anymore. So it's interesting, but there is definitely going to still be a level to grindiness to it, you know what I mean? Yeah, which is good. I love the fact that this game is definitely standing apart from its predecessor, especially because of the fact that they're trying to do that. Like, they're not trying to make the game completely 100% like Warframe, which is good, because it's not an instance based, like, you go in with a group of people, you fight through the area, you go back to your ship. It's not like that. It's open world. It's meant to be explored. That's the whole reason why they're doing the game the way that they are, and that's one of the reasons they haven't put in fast travel until like just recently, because they wanted people to run around the map. They wanted people to explore it. They wanted to have people go into the little nooks and crannies of everywhere that they go to make sure that they're seeing all the stuff. So it is. I love this game specifically the way they're doing it, because of the fact that we're helping build the game into something that people are going to appreciate and love. Oh no, there definitely is. And that's one of the things that they're doing, is they've been putting out updates left and right since the beginning of this year. We've already had 2 major updates, P13 and P14. We've had 2 smaller updates in between that, introducing new weapons, introducing new items, new story, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, they're focusing right now on trying to get the mechanics of the game somewhere that people enjoy, but that aren't super complicated. That's fun. I just feel like they could have done that with betas and alphas without giving the whole map. Yeah, true. And I mean, and that's the other thing is they're gonna be adding to the map. Like they have boats, they have all kinds of stuff just out on the shores of stuff, and they just drop the first iteration of swimming in the game. So you will eventually be able to swim out. I'm sure they're going to give you like some kind of boat or something that you can get to other islands and stuff like that. Like they're definitely going to make the map bigger. And they have been improving on the map regularly throughout this entire process. Like when we first started, this part of the map was literally like all they really had populated by anything. There weren't dungeon locations over here. There weren't anything up in this area. Like this whole area when I first got into this game there was like nothing there. So it's not like when they first did the early access / preludes, it's not like they had everything that they needed to do, but that was the thing is they're trying to get people's input on everything they are doing to try to make it something that people want to play. So, I mean, they could have done it in betas and stuff like that, but they also really wanted to give people something they can play while it cooks. Like, and I absolutely love it. Like, first of all, this game is way better developed than half of the early access games I've played. And it's not even technically in early access, it's alpha. Early alpha stages, because there's really not much content to it at the point where, I mean, there is a lot of content to it, don't get me wrong, don't take that in a different way. There isn't a lot of story content. Like there's only 5 fables that we can do right now, and they're honestly not too long. Like I did a single stream when I started on a new character, and I pretty much got all the fables done in like 2.5 hours. So there's really not a whole lot of story content. Now, with everything that they're adding to it, they are adding a lot more lore in the world that kind of makes up for a lot of the stuff you're learning about the enemies and learning about the factions and learning about the different stuff. Hey, Jenny Cakes, what's going on? But yeah, so like it is a very different experience when they release a game like this and allow people to get their hands on it beforehand. Not too much. I was just about to hop off. I'm sorry you came into the stream so late. But yeah, I was chatting with some people about like the early alpha stages of the game and if I feel like it was a good call and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, I'm absolutely enjoying it. It's not necessarily that the fact that I don't think they should have done this. I'm at the whole reason the conversation came up, Jenny, is the fact that I'm kind of at a standstill when it comes to whether or not I want to reset my account when the game comes 1.0 because of all the different stuff that they've added since I started playing this, because I started playing this almost a year ago. And I've absolutely loved every part of it. But they've changed so much, I kind of want to experience it the way that they want it to be experienced and how it's going to be updated and all this other stuff from the beginning being that way So I'm like kind of at a standstill because I also don't want to lose all the stuff that I've gathered and collected and made all over the year that I've been playing this. So that's kind of where the conversation started. But yeah, I have literally been talking for almost over a half hour now about this. I had jumped out of the game so I can get off the stream, and that was at the 2 hour mark, and it is now 2 hours and 37 minutes. So I've been talking about this for a while. So I am going to stop. I appreciate you jumping in, Jenny Cakes. Make sure you follow, and that way you get notifications when I go live again if you want to see more of this game, because I definitely will be streaming more of this. They just did a shadow drop on an update that released a new weapon, and basically the way the weapons are going to work from here on out once P15 drops. So we kind of get a little bit of a taste with the way tempering works and how they're going to be doing the weapon drops and stuff. So we were just checking that out. Wanted to get a little taste of it and see what it was like. I've already gotten 3 different variants of the weapon that they dropped today that kind of had different temperings and stuff like that. So they had little affixes that change how the weapon works, which is really cool. So we are definitely going to be playing some more of it. If you do want to see more of this game, I will definitely be playing it. But I also definitely play a lot of open world RPG action games. I play survival games. I play all kinds of stuff. So if it's something you're interested in, yes, NTE, I do play Neverness to Everness because that is a super fun game. It is ridiculously addicting, and I honestly don't know what it is about the game, but I am stuck on it. So yes, we will be returning to that, especially since a new update just dropped on that as well. So I will probably be playing that tomorrow night on stream to try to see what kind of stuff they added, to see if they added any story or if it was just a new banner, so on and so forth. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all for hopping in. Jenny Cakes, first time chatter. Appreciate you. Bucky, appreciate you as always. Krista Katia, like always, appreciate you hopping in. And Hero Made, like always, appreciate you hopping in, buddy. Love all your support. Love all your chatter. Appreciate every minute of you guys hopping in here and spending time with me while I'm streaming. And whether or not I'm saying that wrong, have a great morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are around the world. I appreciate everybody. I will see y'all on the next one. Take care.